Welcome back to the AG Media Podcast. I'm your host, Andre. I'm here with my guests today, Mason and Sam.
Thank you for having me, Andre.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me too.
Yeah, whatever, Sam. Anyway, this is episode 2 of the AG Media Podcast. So let's start it off with probably the biggest thing that's been going through my head these past couple of weeks: graduation, bro.
Oh,
What do you think?
2 more days.
Yeah, 2 more days.
Tomorrow
now.
and then Thursday, and then we're graduated. That's actually crazy to think about.
Yeah, I know.
Because I literally still remember my first day of kindergarten. Like I can remember it. I went into my class and my mom dropped me off, and I immediately ran back to my mom because I thought my mom was gonna leave me there.
Dude, actually, I think I did the same thing. I started crying my first day of kindergarten.
My first day of kindergarten, my mom dropped me off, and I thought she was gonna be there with me the entire time. And then once I realized that she wasn't, I immediately ran back to her, and I was like crying my eyes out. And then I came back, and the teacher introduced me to all the students, and then she made me draw this photo. And then the picture that I drew was it was literally just a bunch of scribbles on a piece of paper. It was literally the most stupid shit I've ever done. When I was a little kid. But I still have it to this day. But
What'd you say?
I was asking if you had trauma from that moment.
I do actually have a lot of trauma for that moment. A lot of bad memories. But yeah, basically, no. Thinking about graduation is just crazy. I just can't believe I'm going to be done with high school soon.
I know. Today we had that senior picnic, and I was kind of trying to live in the moment. Yeah, why didn't you even show up? Bro? Why'd you skip?
I had some prior obligations, some prior lawn mowing obligations
he
to
mowed
do.
his lawn.
You mowed your lawn for the entire day?
Well, I went home, I mowed the lawn, and then I took a shower, and then I had some ravioli, Chef Boyardee, and then
I've never even
I was
had
done.
Chef Boyardee.
You need to try it. It's pretty fire.
Yeah, I don't even know what that
Best ravioli.
You don't know what that
I don't
is?
know it. No.
Like the can, it's not Campbell's soup, but it's like a red can. I know what you're talking
It's
about, but I've never
tomato sauce with meat inside it.
had
I highly recommend.
I don't know. I've never had it.
You know what else you should also try? Lobster ravioli.
I'm
Like,
not bad
if you
and
go to-
bougie
if-
enough for that.
If you go to a fancy restaurant one day, you should really try lobster ravioli. It's pretty fire.
Sounds pretty pricey.
Yeah, it is
that
pretty
does sound
pricey.
pretty pricey.
But Costco has this really good lobster ravioli. But anyway, yeah, no. Graduation is just
Yeah, we were way off topic.
graduation is just
It's okay.
So
it's
talk
just
about ravioli.
yeah, no, graduation is just a crazy prospect to think about. And I literally only have a couple more days as a true child, if that makes sense. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Before I'm finally let out into the real world. And then I go off to college, and then I don't know. Just overall, it's just a crazy thing to think about. And I can't believe that it's actually happening.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know how to feel. I don't know. Because I want to be happy that I'm done, that I don't have to take any more BS tests or anything. But we're also leaving behind all our memories, good memories, bad memories.
I know. All of
the
them.
night of snowball.
The
wink,
night of the
wink.
snowball dance, of course.
A
A night to remember.
night to remember. For those
That
who
as
know,
a senior quote.
huh?
Bro,
No.
put that on a senior thing.
It was actually for the senior spotlight.
If you know, you know.
You'll see my senior quote soon enough. It's also pretty fire, but that's besides the point.
No, but yeah, I mean, there's some people that I know that there are a couple seniors that are ready to graduate. I'm so done.
Oh,
Or
yes.
yeah, I'm ready to graduate, and I'm over here
Yeah, like Trevor Quinn.
Like Trev Quinn.
shout out
Shout out to Trev Quinn.
or Logan, a little off pump. But I don't know. I still feel I
don't
still
know.
feel kind of weird
At the
about
beginning of this year, admittedly, I was in a very dark place. I came over here, I was I'm not quiet now, but my first month I was here, I was literally the quietest kid that had ever existed. Even more quiet than when I came to high school after quarantine. And then I was literally at that point, I was literally just so ready to graduate. I was I just got to make it through these next 8 months, and then I'm finally done with everything. I'll finally be done with it. But now, at this point, it's just sad to think about for the most part. Yeah, it's nice I'm gonna be graduating, but
I'm gonna miss the
You made-
people.
I'm
you
gonna
made a
miss
lot of
it.
friends.
I did make a lot of friends.
I did too.
I literally know a
You've been
lot.
here your entire life.
Yeah, shut up, Sam.
Well, didn't you come when you were in
Continue.
4th grade?
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's most of your life though. Anyway, No, but yeah, I actually am gonna miss Williams Bay. In the beginning, I didn't think I would, but like now, like I am gonna miss it like a lot. Like it's just I've just made like so many memories and so many like I just have so many stories I can like tell my children when I get older now. And it's just like, and now it's just the end of an era.
Sam, how do you feel about us leaving? You're gonna be the seniors next year,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, pretty sad. I'm gonna.
Are you
not
gonna live
have
up
any
to
more
our
late night
senior
drives with Andre
expectations?
Gomez?
Huh?
Not gonna have any more late drives with Andre Gomez.
No more
Chick-fil-A.
No more
Canes.
car talks.
No more car talks. And then Mason Ackerman, I can't.
No more
No more
nights of
B-dubs.
tomfoolery.
No more B-dubs. No more crazy nights.
No, I'll still be around in some capacity.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are both going to like the same school.
Yeah,
Yeah. What?
I'll
That's
see you guys around.
I'll
yeah.
definitely
It's
be.
it's weird to think about, especially on our graduation night. It's gonna be so bittersweet.
Dude, I know.
Like, wait, do you think you're gonna cry on graduation?
I don't think I'm gonna like full on just like cry, but
I
I'm
might.
definitely gonna shed a tear or two.
I think if I see my mom cry, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I agree with that.
And I keep saying that, but it's true. If I see my mom cry, I'm gonna cry.
Like if I see my mom or my dad crying, like I'm literally just gonna have to go into the bathroom and just like have a moment to
What
myself.
if Martine cries?
Nah, I doubt he cries. He might, but I don't.
I don't think my dad
so.
would cry, but like I could see my mom.
Yeah, I don't
maybe.
think my dad would either, but my mom.
like if either of my parents like cried or something like that, like I would have to take a moment to myself.
Yeah,
Because like it's just
and I'm pretty strong, like about like keeping my emotions.
Yeah,
in. But
me
like
too.
when you're about to cry and like you feel like that, like in your neck and stuff,
Mhm.
like oh shoot,
know the
I know
feeling.
I'm about to tear up,
it's just
and there's nothing much you could do about it.
I've had that feeling before. Like I don't really like. I'm not a very like emotional person. I feel like obviously like I'm very like loud and I talk a lot, but like I'm not very like emotional. Like I don't like cry or anything like that a lot. I'm just more like chill when it comes to that sort of thing. But like at graduation, it's definitely gonna be hard to like keep my emotions in. Like on the ride home from graduation, like I know you two haven't seen or Sam's seen some of Breaking Bad, but Andre hasn't seen Breaking Bad. And,
I don't think that Breaking Bad is a good show, by the way.
wrong opinion, but regardless, it's gonna be like Jesse in the last scene of Breaking Bad when he's driving away and he's like hitting his hands on the steering wheel, like screaming to himself, like he finally made it. Like that's gonna be me on the day of graduation. I don't know.
Me neither. You know who else would
Well,
understand
you know
the
who would
reference?
understand the reference though? Noah Lamster would understand that
You know
reference.
who else wouldn't understand the reference? Erwin, if he
Yeah.
actually showed up.
Yeah. It's,
Where are you, Erwin?
Erwin, we're waiting for the podcast.
That empty chair right there
Yeah.
should have Erwin Correa in it.
There's a chair right there that's not in frame, but it could have been Erwin.
But he didn't want to do it.
But he didn't want to do it.
His presence is still here next to me.
Yes.
The ghost of
I'm
Erwin.
also gonna miss Irwin. No more Burger King.
After
more.
soccer.
No more milkshakes.
No more milkshakes. No more Thanksgiving.
No more boneless Tims.
There will be no leftovers. I
There won't be
guess.
no leftovers.
What about the boneless Tims?
Wait, you get that reference?
told him about that.
Oh.
I was actually
no,
there when
he
you-
was there.
Yeah, but he
I'm
doesn't
surprised
remember.
you
He doesn't
know.
remember at all. Remember Irwin told us about it at Burger King?
No.
You don't
When
remember
Erwin
that?
was laughing about the boneless
I remember
Tims.
Burger King,
Because he
but I
told
don't
us at
remember.
Burger King, and I searched it up, and I died laughing because of it.
He just started laughing one day in marketing, and I was like, "What is so
yeah,
funny?"
you
And
said he
searched
doesn't
up,
even remember that.
and he searched up.
I remember
freaking-
like something like that. I just
He
remember
searched
like,
up boneless Tims, and then I just started laughing because he was laughing, but I didn't think it was that funny.
Yeah, every time I search up boneless Tims, I laugh now. It's like not even funny. It's just like
Bruh. What do you guys have for like? Well, I guess you still have one more year, but what would you guys say are some of your funniest high school memories so far?
the night of the snowball dance, of course.
If you know, you know.
I don't even remember laughing that night, but
Let me think.
I
of
remember
some-
a couple of things that happened that night.
There are plenty more things that like I've done during high school that were crazy memories, but
I think a lot. Oh, sorry.
I just got to think of some that I can reveal to the public audience.
A lot of the funniest memories I have were the summer with me and Sam.
What would you two
Just,
be
like,
up to?
dumb stuff. It
We
was
were
never,
always doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Always into something.
I don't think we ever did anything normal. We just like messed around.
Yep. There was one time. This isn't in the summer. We were at the Halloween store. and there was this old guy, and he kept following us around, telling us about like
He was talking about
movie
this alien
references.
movie. He was talking about this alien movie.
And he had this kid with him.
What?
Random kid. He wasn't. Even, he looked nothing like
Yeah,
him.
he looked
they
nothing like him.
The random kid.
Yeah.
What? But yeah, my favorite memory of high school overall, it might actually be like the night of the Sweatlands, but some other good memories. I don't want that to be like the only memory that I talk about on this podcast. Like some other good memories would be honestly like the past like 4 or 5 weekends. Sam Lang was there for all of them. And then just like ringing people's doorbells with my friends when I was a little kid. That was also pretty fun. And then actually no, there was this one time that me and my friends rang this guy's doorbell, and he literally came out with a shotgun, or like it was like a shotgun or like a blunt object, or probably a baseball bat, but it did look like a shotgun. And he literally started walking around his property, and ever since then we would always ring that guy's doorbell. Just
Was it real? Like it was a real shotgun?
Well, they don't know.
I didn't even see it. My friends told me about it at the time.
Then how do you
but
know they weren't capping?
They didn't sound like they were capping.
Oh, okay then.
Like you can tell, you can hear it in their voice.
Mm.
But overall, like, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna look back to high school, like even this summer, and just be like, damn, that's all over now.
Did bro peak in high school? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Absolutely
kidding.
not.
When is Peak Mason gonna come out?
Probably when I'm
prime
in-
time?
Definitely in college.
Yeah, probably in college.
You think
But
so?
like
Probably. Yeah.
talking about when it comes to like not like outside of school, I would have to say when I'm in like my late 20s, early 30s, because that's the time that like things are really, the wheels are really gonna be in motion. You know what I mean? But that wasn't one of your questions, so I'll
That's one way to put it.
expand
I like
more
it.
on that later.
You Sam?
What?
Funny high school memories, buddy. Bud.
Yeah, you know, a lot of memories with you that were funny. A lot of memories with Jose Pilo and Forrest
out, Jose.
Burbank and
Forrest Burbank.
after track talks. Crazy.
You know what I
talks.
just remembered because I was at the fair yesterday? Remember when we were riding that ride and Jose made us go on?
Yeah.
That was like peak Andre and Sam friendship right
the
there. We
zipper.
both thought we were gonna die
Yeah,
that
we were
day.
gonna die together.
I think you might have told me about this one.
Dude, that ride was scary.
Yeah, it was.
That was.
What was so scary about it?
We just kept going like 360, spinning around.
Have you guys ever been on the ride at the Elkhorn County Fair? The one that's like that like brings you really high up in the air and then it just like drops you.
Yeah,
we did go
Yeah,
on
we
that,
did
yeah.
that.
That one wasn't
that
that
wasn't
bad,
that
though.
bad. No, it wasn't
I
that
don't
bad.
know. When I went on that one time, I was scared for my life.
I mean, we also the 3-man mission. That was a good memory.
3-man mission.
I wouldn't say it was like funny.
The 3-man
Because
leave.
You rode,
felt
like,
so
one ride,
I was
dude.
felt so sick. But it's just like the things that were happening was so random. Like the group of like middle school boys that came up to me.
What?
Yep. And then we
It's
saw
like
him at the county fair like a couple months later.
Yeah, it's like every time they would leave to go on a ride, something weird would happen with me. Like,
Yeah,
constantly.
but nobody cares, Sam. Anyways, moving
Interesting.
on. No, I was kidding. And would you guys? What would be some advice to upcoming freshmen?
I have been actually thinking about this question like the whole day ever since you sent me that preview photo. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
really?
let Sam go first because I have a lot to say.
I haven't had time to think about this question at all.
All right.
But,
well, here's
David Carpal needs to get in the gym, get big for football.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say.
That's all you gotta say.
I don't know any other
You don't
upcoming
have advice
freshmen.
for like upcoming freshmen like in general?
Yeah. What about
Not
Erwin's little
really.
brother Chris?
Can't forget about Chris, who I've never met before.
He just keeps saying he's gonna beat me up all the time in the hallway.
Fair enough. I would too. Anyways, Mason.
My advice, the biggest piece of advice for incoming freshmen, never let a girl dictate your actions. That is a very big piece of advice
I can't talk.
that will help you all throughout high school. I made many mistakes following this logic, and it didn't end well. So basically, never allow that to happen under any circumstances. And then another good piece of advice too is that like keep your mouth shut, like all the time. Like I mean,
What?
Like, well,
He's
I'm,
go-
really?
He's going through his Mason trauma.
I mean, like if your friend tells you something and like your friend tells you not to tell anyone,
Don't go around.
Oh,
not-
I see. Okay.
do not tell anyone. Or like,
He's not saying to be quiet. He's saying
Yeah,
to, like,
that's what
keep
I
to
thought.
himself
That's
about
that's
things,
what I
not,
thought you
like-
were going
yeah,
with.
that's what I was trying to say. And like, if you're like doing something with your friend and like you don't know whether like you'd want the public to know about like every single little thing you guys are doing, like it's probably best to like not say anything about it at the same time. You know
Just
what I mean?
keep secrets.
Like, be good at keeping secrets. Those two pieces of advices will like help you immensely in high school. Like, if I had followed those rules, like my whole high school career, like, I don't know, it would have gone crazy. But at least I learned to, like, last year and this year in the end. So it all worked out.
Mason, would you say that you had a better high school experience in 8 months at Williams Bay or the 3 years that you were at Bigfoot? Like, truthfully.
8 months at Williams Bay. Like that. I know that might sound like surprising, but no, easily the 8 months at Williams Bay, which is especially surprising considering, like, you know how much more strict Williams Bay is than Bigfoot is. But like, I don't know. The people that I met at Williams Bay were like way, like, at least like 4 times more fun to be around, better to talk to, like more relatable, more fun to be around than like 99% of the people I met at Bigfoot. Like I met
Bigfoot. I mean, at Williams Bay, you just fit in better.
Exactly. Like I feel like I can have more like meaningful conversations with people at Williams Bay than I could at Bigfoot. And I've then made like so many memories at Williams Bay that like I never would have made at Bigfoot this year if I had stayed for my senior year. So like even though it was like an odd decision to move schools your senior year, if I didn't do it, I would have literally been like so depressed by now.
You think so?
You
think you would have had a bad senior year?
I would have had a terrible senior year if I had stayed at Bigfoot this year. Like at Bigfoot, I just had so many like problems and like people who I didn't like, people who didn't like me stacked up. It was like, all right, if I don't change my situation, like this is not gonna be fun, like in the slightest. The 3 days I was at Bigfoot this year taught me that. Like if I didn't move to Williams Bay, like
you don't know where you would have been today.
I would literally have like no motivation like whatsoever, like right now. Like I would literally just be like where I was at the start, like at like peak quarantine when like I didn't talk to anyone and I just sat in my room all day and played GTA. That's literally like where I would be this year if I hadn't moved to Williams Bay. I should have moved here like freshman year, to be honest.
So then why did you change this year? Like what made you change?
So basically, there's a lot of reasons that I moved, but like to sum it up, like there were like
you don't have to name any names or anything.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
But basically, like by the time I had reached the beginning of my senior year at Bigfoot, there were just like so many people that like either I had a problem with for one reason or another, or had a problem with me for one reason or another, for like, and that all traced back to like stupid impulsive decisions I made at the time because I was like, you know, younger and I didn't know any better. And then it just and then on top of that, all my classes were just like, were full of these people. Like there was probably one class I had at Bigfoot this year that actually wasn't terrible, that was tolerable. And even that class, the teacher made me sit on the opposite side of the room across from like, you know, my best friend. And instead of like right next to him, because he made assigned seats for everyone, even though everyone in that class was like a senior. It's like, why would we need assigned seats? It was literally so stupid. But yeah, there was just too much at Bigfoot to deal with. And like there was too much at Bigfoot that I could have dealt with and at the same time still had fun. There was no room for me to have fun at Bigfoot if I had stayed. So to sum it all up, that was the reason why I left. But yeah. Definitely like probably top 5 decisions I've ever made in my life.
Top best decisions?
Top 5 best decisions.
What are the other 4?
The other 4? That's a good question. I never really thought about that. All I know.
So that's your best decision?
Well,
Top number 1.
Yeah, top number 1.
all right. Yeah. We'll go with that.
I think
My top 1 decision.
I like that you brought that up. Well, like you had a lot of problems with all these people, and now that graduation is coming up, and it's kind of like on topic, kind of. Now that we're graduating, I feel like a lot of the things that we used to say or do, like, oh, all this drama's going on. Like in the end, it doesn't even matter.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Like there was so much more. There was so much that like I got caught up in sometimes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter
It's
at the end
all
of the day.
irrelevant now.
Yeah.
All the drama that I got into during my time at Bigfoot like means nothing. Like now, like it literally is meaningless.
And people get so caught up in it. Like why?
I never
It doesn't matter.
I never understood. Like, in my opinion, like unless like a friend of yours, like, you know, commits some like terrible crime or something like that against you and your family, like, at the end of the day, there's no problem that can't be talked out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, it's just all it takes to solve like a problem with one of your friends is just simply just talk it out and find a solution. Like, there's no point in just like going on and on and on and like, oh, did you hear what he said? Or like, no, there's no point in that.
Yeah.
That's
I agree.
Going back to like the advice thing. That's another good piece of advice. If you ever have a problem with your friends, or you feel like one of your friends is like, you know, doing things behind your back, or like, you know, not, you know, rocking with you the way you thought that like they used to, talk to them about it. Like, that's also a very important thing to do. Always talk to people if you think you have like there's a problem or an issue. Never be afraid to, because like it can only end. It's not gonna end any worse than it already is. So yeah.
Good advice. Good advice. You, Sam?
What was the question?
It's fine. We'll just move on. Well, I mean, it was like an earlier question with what would you tell, or what advice would you have to freshmen? What would you tell your freshman self? Which is kind of a similar question, I know.
No,
but
that's actually a good question. I would have to think about that one for a
if you
little
could
bit.
go back and tell your freshman self from, okay, the day before high school starts, what would you tell yourself?
Not to talk to Andre Gomez.
You didn't talk to me until like sophomore year.
But the
Well,
second,
my sophomore year.
just like don't let what people say dictate like my actions as much.
That's
'Cause
literally what this kid said.
yeah,
bro.
I know, but like I was pretty bad. Like,
Still true.
if someone would say something to me, I would like let it haunt me for weeks, and I would like change my ways because of it. It's a big problem. Probably also just to do my work instead of having a 0.8
Photography.
GPA. Okay, that's different.
Sorry. Continue.
But yeah, just like to actually do stuff. Probably to get in the gym earlier. 'Cause I
Yeah.
waited a while. That's about it, really.
Do you remember who got you into the gym?
Yeah, it's Andre Gomez.
Yeah, it was.
Bro, ask that question just so Sam can answer Andre Gomez.
Yeah. No, if I were to give advice to myself, it'd be go to the gym consistently. Do it as you love it, like you do soccer, and then open a savings account early. Do not be stupid with your money, because I'm not stupid with my money, but I know that I could have a lot more in savings if I made some better decisions my junior year.
I still don't have a savings account
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise
or a
me.
debit card.
You see, like I can save up money when I want to. Like last summer, the summer before this year, I didn't even work that often actually. I only worked like 3 days a week. But because, you know, the place I work at, the Hunt Club, it's still insanely busy in the summer. And we still don't have a lot of buses actually. We only have 2 as of right now. So by the way, if you want a job, I could hook you up with the Hunt Club, but that's irrelevant. Anyway, I made so much money over the summer. I made probably like over like $6,000, and I used all of that to buy like a car for the winter because I don't want to keep like my main car. I want to keep it nice and like keep it for the rest of my life. So, and I still have that car to this day, and I'm gonna use it for college instead of
Is
driving.
it the blue one?
Yeah, my Pontiac. Yeah, and like I saved up the whole summer to buy that car, and yeah. But basically, my point is that like I can save up a lot if I like really need to, but I don't know. Maybe I should be the best at. Maybe I should get a little better at saving money also.
I'd say you have the best saving out of anyone at our school.
You
No,
think so?
Nah,
I
Jake-
would.
No, how
He
much do you
doesn't
have in savings?
He doesn't spend anything.
Who, me or him?
Him.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
he doesn't spend anything.
I only have like almost 4,500 in my
The only
bank
time he'll
account.
spend something is if
In
we're
my
like all
savings.
going out to eat and he
Yeah.
joins.
That's the only time
I have an actual spending addiction. Like,
Yeah, you kind of.
I've been spending a lot of money on food these past 2 weeks, which is terrible. Do
Like-
not spend so much money on food. I'll tell you guys that.
When I go out to eat, like I go crazy. Like I order like so much food every time I go out to eat.
like B-dubs.
Like B-dubs. Like I
He
went.
ordered way too much food. He didn't even finish.
I was at B-dubs the other day with Sam, and I ordered like there was like a 6 wing, like regular wing, and then 6 boneless wing combo. And
Wait. Before you continue, did Sam get the driest wings ever? No, sauce,
Yeah,
no
actually
nothing.
did.
I got buffalo sauce and it tasted so bad. Like I
No,
ate-
it's not. The one
no,
at B-dubs is
It
good.
tasted even Mason
I
had
didn't
it.
even-
It was
I had
What are
one.
you guys
so
talking? That's
bad.
so good.
No, okay, so, like-
it's just like Wait,
No,
what did you order?
I don't. I just know it was buffalo sauce, but it did not taste good at all.
I don't know. The one that I've had never fails. I think
was
it's good.
so bad. And I wanted to get honey barbecue, but he told me to get buffalo.
Because I was getting buffalo too, and like traditional buffalo, like those wings were fire. And then for my boneless wing, I got Nashville hot, which was
Those
pretty.
are okay.
They're all right, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't get them again. But
Yeah. I would agree.
I tried the boneless buffalo wings, and like they weren't like terrible. Like I've had worse wings before.
No, but you had it, and it was not good.
I had half of one, and I didn't even finish it. I was like, all right,
Did you guys go for like endless for the what is it? Like the buffalo?
No, this was not on a Monday or Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
That's the only time they have that special.
Yeah, I know.
So
I should go
you
in
know.
the summer. Yeah, I should go before it ends with Erwin. Erwin, if you're watching
and
this,
Sam.
and Sam,
With
I
the-
guess.
with the op waiter.
Yeah, I do have an op.
Wait, so Erwin skipped out on the podcast and the movie? The
Erwin-
Strangers?
Yeah, diss track coming soon. No, I'm just
He's
kidding.
been skipping out on everything.
Yeah. What is that from?
Meet the Grams.
Oh,
I had no idea that's what yours.
yeah, no, me neither.
Whatever.
That's okay. Wait, what were we talking about earlier though?
We were talking about
Oh, advice to our freshman selves.
yeah. Okay, I never actually answered that question. If I had to give advice to my freshman self, it would be probably to move to Williams Bay. Like that's literally the only thing that I would say. Be like, move to Williams Bay. Like no offense to like, you know,
The people at
the
Bigfoot?
people at Bigfoot, but I would gladly sacrifice like the past 3 years at Bigfoot if like to go to Williams Bay. Like maybe I would stay at Bigfoot for my freshman year so I could meet so I could meet my friend Topher. But after that, I would probably move.
But what
Is
if,
Topher watching this podcast right now?
No, I don't think so.
but
You
if,
should recommend it.
if you
Might have
didn't if you didn't have the chance to leave and you just had to tell yourself at Bigfoot like tips, what would you tell them?
So if I were to stay at Bigfoot and then give myself tips, I would say
Don't get into so much drama, maybe.
don't get into drama. Don't care what like other people had to say about you, because like at the end of the day, they're probably just as insecure as you are. And then to just, I don't know, don't worry about people that are problems. Like just focus on yourself and you'll make it. That's probably what I would tell myself, honestly. Stop worrying so much about what other people think, because that was probably like the main issue, like that it all boils down to.
Don't lose your mind over someone that won't.
Mind losing you.
Exactly.
Sam Ling bio Instagram quote.
That should be your senior quote.
That
I
should
mean-
be your senior
I mean,
It's
quote.
already been my.
Does he
quote,
back
so-
it up?
Yes.
That's
Not
questionable.
exactly.
Not
but
exactly.
Yes.
But it's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, when it comes to advice for my freshman year self, that's really all I would say. Because like don't get into drama, and then don't care what other people think about you.
I think that one's a lot easier to say than it
Than
being
actually do.
than actually doing it. But
It's something I
but
never
if
really.
it's something that you're good at,
It's something I never really learned to
Then-
do until this year, though.
oh really?
So, you know.
I mean, I think everybody tries, but I think it's very hard to do.
And then also, always remember who your friends are. Like, don't get lost in the sauce.
Sam Link should know that one. Should have learned that one.
Always stay true to Andre Gomez.
That's a lie.
It's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would
it
be my
is.
answer to that question.
Best friend until the end. Andre Gomez.
Erwin Correa Garcia.
Who wouldn't show up for the podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Because you actually.
I
never-
told you I was more reliable.
His reasoning didn't even make sense. All he said,
Are you saying that on camera? Because Erwin's gonna watch this.
I hope he does.
Erwin, why aren't you here right now?
Yeah, Erwin. We keep naming you because
Hey,
we
at
won,
least he buys me food.
and I don't.
You do, but like he.
You owe me. I don't even know how much
ask him.
money.
He's like, I'll take you.
I'll
What a
take you
dog.
out on a date type deal.
Pretty much, yeah.
So anyway, what's the next question?
All right. What are your guys' short-term goals? And by short-term, I mean from now to, let's say, August, the beginning of our new school year. Like very short-term.
Oh,
Because I think anything, I mean, we could do like 1 year goals, because I feel like anything other than, I mean, anything over a year is kind of like long-term. So where do you want to see yourself in 1 year or in 3 months or
Well, we could do both actually,
Yeah, just go ahead.
because I'm sure you still have like plenty of time left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like the next 3 months, like you know, let's say like where I expect to be in the first day of September. I expect to have all of my like prerequisite things set up for Whitewater, because that's where I'm going for college. So I expect to have all of those set up, and then I would expect to have, you know, like my apartment ready for Whitewater, because like, you know, since we live within like 40 miles of Whitewater, we can literally either live at home in an apartment or a dorm room. We can literally like do whatever we want.
Yeah,
But I want to live in an apartment, so I hope to have my apartment set up. I was actually just looking at apartments the other day. Actually, it was on Sunday. Anyway, so I expect to have those two things done, and then this is like a goal that I've sort of been thinking about for like the past month. I've told Sam Lang about this goal, is to buy a boat, which I think I could manage if I save up enough money over the summer.
How much is a boat? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know boats.
Like a good, decent sized boat is probably like, I was looking on Craigslist, and well, Craigslist is where I bought my car, so it's reliable in that sense. Anyway, not a laptop though. Don't sell laptops on Craigslist.
Okay, but that was your mistake.
Anyway,
No one else's but yours.
Anyway, a good boat is like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Like a small boat.
Really? I thought it was gonna be more.
I mean, like a small older boat. But
How many,
that
how-
you could still take like your friends out though.
Yeah, how many people can it fit?
Like around like 5, 6.
That's a good amount.
Around there.
For $4,000, $5,000.
I saw
I'm
some,
surprised.
one time I was on a walk with Sam, and I was looking on Craigslist, and I literally I saw like these boats for $3,000, $4,000. I was like,
Say less.
I might have to.
Yeah.
So you know, but that's sort of optional. Like that comes after like college and everything. Because like I can't really prioritize a boat over college.
Yeah.
But if not this summer, then definitely the summer after.
Okay.
And then yeah, those are my short-term goals for 3 months. And then 1 year from now, like this day, I expect to be graduated from my freshman year of college.
You mean completed, not graduated?
Right?
Yeah. What?
It's the same thing in the end.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just a different way of saying it. Anyway, I expect to have passed my freshman year of college. I also expect to have made like, you know, a lot of friends from Whitewater. And then I would also expect to just like have a fun summer in general.
Yeah. For me, on June 1st, I want to try 75 hard. You guys know what that is? 75 hard is 75 days of no sugar, no fat, like nothing unhealthy. You drink a gallon of water every single day. You do 2 workouts for at least 45 minutes, and one of them has to be outside. Read 10 pages of a book each day, and I'll probably add a couple more things in there. And I just want to seriously be consistent with that for 75 days. Work on my body a lot more, because I've been really lazy in these past 3 couple of weeks. Go to the gym, play soccer again, back from my ACL injury. And something that I really want to do this summer is go on a hike. And I'm not talking about like just a 1-day hike, like a camping trip type of hike. I really want to do that.
I've heard about plans for this.
That's something that I really want to happen. I don't know like what locations or something, but if I could go on a hike for like 3 days, just like no phones, no technology, just me, couple people out in the woods, I think that would be great. You, Sam?
Understandable.
Like 3 months, probably just like stay true to like my goals and not like let people change my priorities, I guess. Probably also get a new job, because I no longer have a job.
You
So,
don't?
Nah. Well, you already knew that.
I didn't know.
What? I knew like you're like the thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't.
Your
I don't-
dad fired you,
No, that was last year. But anyways,
but you still do the same thing for him, don't you?
no, not anymore.
Then where do you cut grass, bro?
Huh?
Where do you cut
It
grass?
was the same place, yeah. What?
Carry on.
I just recently don't have the job like yesterday or
Oh,
day.
Why?
I did not know this.
Because my dad quit his job, so it's like bad rap to have me there at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew about your dad. I didn't know like that you didn't
Yeah.
have a
go
job
work
anymore.
at Chili's.
So I have to
Just
find
kidding.
a new job, and then just like stay consistent in the gym, go on runs and stuff. Basically that, and then year goals is to probably go to state for track for something. I don't know what event yet, but something. It's just my goal.
That's great that you brought that up because I was gonna ask you talk to me more about track. What do
What-
you
what
want to
about it?
achieve next year for track? Because I know that's something that you're kind of focused. Well, you've been focused on for the last 2 months.
Yeah, I just want to go to state for something.
What would talk
It'd
to me?
probably either be, well, probably not 4x8 because that's a team thing. It's like I can't really control how fast everyone else runs, but maybe 800. I just need to get a lot faster for it because I was like, there was a lot of people at sectionals that that ran slower than I could. So like I could definitely make it to sectionals. It's just like I would have to place top 4 to go to state, pretty much. That's just the challenge.
Anything else?
No, not really.
What about like our?
I like it.
No, go.
Oh, no, I was just saying I approve of Sam's plans with track. I was like, I like it. Keep going.
So then, what are your guys' long-term goals? What do you guys want to see yourself? Where do you guys want to see yourself in like 5-10 years?
All right. I'll start. So basically, like, I've been planning this for a while. Like, I just thought of this idea like a couple months ago, and what I want to do is just like, you know, have a house. Like, this is like long-term goals. I would like to have a house by a lake. Like, it doesn't really matter what lake. Like, even if it was like honestly, I wouldn't mind having like a nice house by Lake Geneva. And then that'd be one of them. And then I would also like to, you know, be a writer. If you've seen the amazing senior spotlight photo, you would see that, you know, I want to be a writer on that, which I do want to do. And then what I'm planning on doing after college is just writing an autobiography of myself. Like, I'm not even gonna like sell it in the stores. Like, I just want to write it because like
Why not?
I just know like there's gonna be so much crazy things that are gonna happen between like now and when I graduate college. So I definitely want to like write about.
You should still publish it, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I will. I'm definitely going to. But like if it doesn't sell like at all, I'm not gonna care. Like, it's primarily for myself, like more than anything else, just to document like my whole life up to that point. So I'm probably gonna do that too, and then
You should hire a film crew and just document your college experience all 4 years.
I might have to. And then another goal. This is like a more long-term goal. Like, after I've already made it as a writer, if I make it as a writer, I would also like to move to Miami and probably own a nightclub. I think that would be pretty fire. A good way to
Are you gonna play Bad Bunny in there?
yeah, definitely.
I'll pull up.
I gotta play Bad Bunny. I'm gonna name it the Masonette, just like my club in GTA.
The Masonette.
That's the name of my club in GTA.
Masonette.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, but like in all seriousness though, I would actually like to own a club like in Florida or Miami, preferably. That'd be pretty fun. And then, but overall, I just want to be successful and not have to worry about like the regularness of life. That's my main goal for the long term.
You, Sam?
Well, I want to go to college for athletic training and then probably do college sport probably just because it would help like a lot with my profession because I want to be an athletic trainer, so it would just help to have college athlete next to my name, basically. So yeah, just like be successful at that. Probably own a house, maybe start a family. By then, probably not though, because it's a little early, but
Maybe a little.
maybe a little.
I like those goals.
Andre Gomez?
My goal.
What are
is-
your goals?
I used to think that I wanted a family, but I don't really want one anymore.
Like,
I kind of just. I mean,
that's a topic we could talk about actually.
my goals have just kind of changed, especially thanks to Instagram.
Yeah, like what you said to Lauren.
What did I say to Lauren?
I can't say.
I'm going to have to hear.
Bro's
this story
exposing me
after
on,
we're
Yeah.
on
done.
my
Life management?
podcast. I didn't even say anything.
In life management?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm going to have to hear this after we're done.
I don't really want to start a family anymore. I kind of just want to. My goals, low key, is to be financially free. I want to retire my parents as fast as possible. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but that's what I want to achieve. The podcast and the gym and soccer are not hobbies to me. They're more of like a lifestyle. Like these two things are probably gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. Especially soccer, if anything else. I really want to. I don't even know what I want to do. No, I'm just kidding. What I really want to do is move to Miami too. I want to move to a city, get a roommate, and like live in a Miami penthouse type of deal.
You can come into the Masonette whenever you want.
I mean, if you're playing Bad Bunny, then
I will be.
I'll be there every Friday, Saturday.
Good.
No, but those are my long-term goals. I want to retire my parents. That's one of my main focuses. I know that I'm going to college for journalism, and to be honest, I don't even know if I want to go to college. But that's just me.
But you kind of have to, though. I feel like your parents would like be
Well,
like, you
my
have
mom-
to go.
Yeah, both my parents are, but switching like a little bit off topic, I do. It's difficult for me because I've never grown up thinking college was like a priority. Like for me, I never really thought of college. I never had it in the back of my mind or anything. And now I'm getting closer. And like these past couple of months, my mom has been on about me going to college and stuff.
My grandma has too.
And I'm just not sure. Like is that really what I want? Not really.
Honestly, like
I don't want to go. I don't want to like in debt myself.
honestly, my bad. Keep going. Sorry.
And I'm just not sure. I mean, I just don't know.
Yeah, when
Same way.
when it comes to college, like I don't necessarily. It's not that I really like want to go, because like the fact that I'm going is like, it's like, oh, okay, you know, I guess I want to go to college. But at the end of the day, if I had to choose between living the rest of my life however I want to, or going to school for another 4 years after graduating high school, like obviously, like, you know, I have to do it. Like it doesn't matter how much I don't want to do it. Like I'm still, you know, going to do it. But it's just like, it's just exhausting to think about. Like another 4 years of school, like, and where all the work is way harder than anything we've ever done up to this point.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it wasn't about having to do 4 more years of school.
It's just not really.
It's just the money part. I want to be financially free. I want to
Yeah.
live on my own schedule. I want to know everything that I'm going to do that day, and I want to get it done. And I feel like going to college and having to wait 4 years and then having to pay all that money back, I feel like it slows that down. And I know my brother's probably going to watch this, Martine, but that's how I feel. I haven't told my parents, but I mean, I don't know. I probably will go to college, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I mean,
Yeah.
my priority was never to go to college. Like,
Mine-
my parents literally even told me that I probably shouldn't.
I think you mentioned that before.
And my parents are both pretty successful, especially my dad was. He's making a lot of money.
Bank.
But it's just like it was never really a priority for me, as my grades will reflect. But like it's just up until recently, I always assumed I was gonna have something to do, even if I didn't like go to college. Like I had a lot of professions that, like, if I was good at, I could make a lot of money without really doing anything. Like YouTube for like the longest time was like something I was really passionate about.
Bro's the next Mr. Beast.
Like a long time. Like I was doing that for like years.
I remember those days for me.
What?
No,
What?
well, Because I had a YouTube channel too when I was little. Keep going.
Oh,
And I also wanted to be a streamer at one point, and I was good at it. Like I knew how to do it. I knew how to like get people to watch stuff without even really trying. Like I could just make a very crappy 20-minute video, post it, and it would get like 20,000 views for no reason.
bro, why don't you show me how to do that? I'm trying to
I
get
will.
people to
It's
watch
really
this
not
podcast.
that hard. It's,
I mean, you did get
I'll become your market manager.
I
Like
bet.
I'm actually really good at it. You wouldn't
All right,
understand.
bet.
But yeah, for the longest time that was my goal. And then I kind of just gave up on video games and like anything online in general. Like I didn't use my computer so long that it doesn't even turn on anymore. And like I never went on PlayStation and really did anything. So that kind of like isn't really a goal anymore. So I'm like now I'm thinking like what am I going to do after high school? Which is why I created the idea of becoming an athletic trainer because it's like something I'm passionate about.
Yeah, because while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do last year, I was literally like a barber at one point, and that
Yeah, what happened to that?
I
You're
just
supposed to give me haircuts.
I know I thought that's what I wanted to do, but it just didn't stick with me. I just tried it for a little bit. I sucked at it, and I just knew that I didn't want to do it anymore, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. And then I was listening to more and more podcasts, and I was like, I want to try a podcast. And look, I actually achieved that. Like I thought of something, and look, here we are. I have a podcast.
I have a podcast. AG Media.
And I mean, there might not be a lot of people watching now. I don't know if it'll be successful at all, but
You'll never know.
if going back to advice, go do the things that you're scared to do. I was terrified of doing this. I was super camera shy at the beginning. I had no idea how to start. I thought I wasn't good enough to be able to talk to people, and I still kind of like forget what I'm gonna say, and I still get nervous sometimes. But I'm really glad that I'm here right now talking to you guys because I thought of an idea and I decided to pursue that idea. Oops.
That's something that they can't take away from you.
No, it's not. So advice to myself, to my freshman self, and advice to any incoming freshman: go do what you're afraid to do.
I would definitely tell myself that too. Freshman year after COVID, I was literally so shy. Like, you couldn't get more than like a couple words out of me my freshman year after we came back from COVID. And on top of that, like, my hair was literally so like long and disgusting. And yeah, no, I'll definitely tell my freshman self that.
Also, another word of advice is, what is it called when you're trying to better yourself?
Invest in the betterness of your well-being.
No,
Looks maxing.
no, you idiot. Not looks maxing. Do not. Well, I mean, you could invest in looks maxing, but just invest in yourself and give time to yourself.
Yeah, that is very important.
I think last year during I went through a bit of a breakup, and I just decided it was the beginning of the year of 2023, and I just said, let me just go to the gym again because I kind of lost my ways after a terrible soccer season and breakup and stuff. And I was like, whatever, let me just try going to the gym again. And from January to start of May, 4 months of consistent gym going, that was like one of the best moments of my life. And that was when me and Sam really became like really, really close, were those 4 months. And
Gym like every day together.
we went to the gym every single
Nice.
day. There wasn't a day that me and Sam weren't there. And I'm really glad that I took that upon myself. And that's why on my greatest achievement is like developing a growth mindset. I don't say this a lot because I don't talk to that many people, but I'm very heavy on your mindset. Your mindset is everything. So yeah. Yeah, just have a very positive mindset. I think that not enough people even know what that means. But I don't know. Yeah, just
But yeah, no,
develop a good mindset, especially in high school at an early age. And yeah, enough
No,
about
yeah.
me rambling.
It is very good to like prioritize yourself, because like if you're constantly just like giving to your friends, or like, not to say like doing favors for friends isn't bad. Like I don't have a problem with like doing favors to my friends, but like it's always important to set time alone, like for yourself,
Yep.
just for like you to just like do something by yourself and just like.
Yeah, that was one of my goals. Like,
Mhm.
don't let people knock you off of your forgot what the word I used. Like, yeah.
Yep.
Like there has been like some times where I was like, you know, doing something or other, like whether it was with like my friends or my family, like every single day for like, you know, however many days straight, like let's say like a week. And then like, or no, a good example of this would be like a couple weeks ago, where I was in Minnesota to like, because long story short, my dad had a medical procedure that he had to go through, and I had to drive him back because he couldn't drive for one day after that. And we were in Minnesota for 2 days because that's where the hospital was. And then I had to drive back, and on the drive back, I was both off of 1 hour of sleep, and then I was also like sick, like not like deathly sick, but like sick enough to the point where it's just like you really don't want to do anything but rest. And then we got home around like we left on a Tuesday, and we got back about Thursday night. Then I had to go to school the next day, and then I had work the next day as well. Like on Fridays, I always have work.
Wait, where are you going with this? I was not paying attention.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Anyway, then the day after, the Thursday we got back, I had to both go to school and then work. And when I work on Fridays, I normally don't get out till like 11 or 11:45. Then the next day, I was busy doing something else. I can't remember. Like I think I was with my grandma and my parents for some reason. And then the Sunday after that, I was just so exhausted because I hadn't gotten any good sleep. And then I was constantly on the move, and I was constantly running, and I had no time to myself like whatsoever. So that Sunday, I literally just did nothing the entire day. Like I literally just sat at home and just like chilled. And if I had kept going, like I don't know, it just would have just been so much more stress.
I'm pretty sure I got 16 hours of sleep that day.
Really?
Sunday, yeah.
Pretty good.
Same reasoning, actually. I got no sleep, like, for a while.
Yeah, didn't you say you were like off of like 20
while.
minutes of sleep?
Yeah, for 2 days straight.
Something late.
Yeah, back to what you said about like the friends. Sometimes I like put too much focus on other people rather
Yeah.
than myself. Like I'll focus on should I do this for this person to make them happy?
Yeah.
Rather than should I do this for myself to make me happy?
Like it's not a bad thing at all to do favors for your friends. Like, you know, like I said, I don't have a problem doing that, but it's just like there's always going to be that point, like no matter who you are, where like you're just burnt out, like your social battery is just completely drained, and you just have to take time to yourself. So that's also a very important priority, is just to always set aside time for yourself, just for you to like do whatever you want and just not talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Got anything to say about that, Andre?
Read David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. That's a great book. David Goggins, it's one of the people that I look up to.
Is that the guy who
most.
says they don't know me, son?
Yeah. And like people say like, oh, it's cringe, oh, he's so cringe. But I
like
honestly,
Landers?
yeah, you could say like, oh, you can say whatever you want about him, but I really like him. I look up to him. What he says is true, in my opinion, about mental toughness. I love his podcasts with Joe Rogan. There's one with another guy, but I forgot his name.
Like the bald dude. I forgot his name. He's like white he's like older with glasses.
No,
I forgot his name, but I know.
there's another guy. Yeah, I'm not sure who you're talking about, but there's
I
another
know who you're
podcast.
talking about. I
He's
just
got like
forgot
a
what he looked-
beard.
Yeah.
And he's got short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I really look up to David Goggins, and just mental toughness is something that I am very big about, but it's not something that I do talk about.
Who would you guys say is your biggest like influence on like why you are the way you are today?
My brother. I want to be better for my brother, and
Like,
I kind
who-
of suck at it sometimes.
Like, what
but
person in your life motivates you the most?
My brother, my parents, and my cousin Kevin. My cousin Kevin, he is literally living the life that I want to live. He works for a company that gets people sober. And but he lives on his own schedule.
Oh,
And he
that's
works
nice.
with his friend named Mark, and they have their own company. He started podcasts and stuff. He lives in Milwaukee now, but he lives. I'm not gonna say too much because obviously it's his life, and if you're watching this, Kevin, but I just want to live like him.
Living like Kevin.
Yeah, like Kevin.
I genuinely don't know how to answer that question because I don't feel like I have anyone in my life that like motivates me in a certain way
Yeah.
other than really myself. I just don't want to end up a certain way,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
I
then
don't
that's
really
your
have,
answer. Then it's a good answer.
Yeah, yourself is an amazing answer.
Yeah, for me, it would probably be my parents, both of my grandmas. I would say my grandpas, but they passed away. But my parents, my grandmothers, and then, like Sam said, like myself.
Yeah.
Like I've been through like so many tough situations, like the past 3-4 years, really, if you count like 8th grade and quarantine and all that. I've just been through so many like rough situations, and like almost all of those times I had to navigate out of those situations by myself with like, sometimes I had help from like some people, but like more often than not I didn't. And I was just more often than I had to navigate out of situations by myself. And I mainly just, first of all, I did it because I wanted to like better myself. Second of all, well, actually, this could be like another first of all, really, was because I didn't want like my parents and like my family in general to just be like disappointed with me or something like that. That also motivates me in life.
Wait, why would your parents be disappointed?
Well, like, I don't know. Like, let's say if I were to like fall down like a dark hole, like, and I just became like, locked in my room every day, wouldn't talk to anyone, that type of person.
Mm.
Like, I wouldn't want my parents, like my family to see me like that.
Oh, okay. I get you now. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess I depend on myself too a lot. Actually, yeah, I do depend on myself a lot. Whenever I'm down, the only person that I look up to and like when I'm down is myself. I don't like to depend on anybody else but myself. Like it's up to me if I want to change how I'm living, what I'm doing, how I look. It's up to me, and no one else is gonna. No one is gonna
I
say.
see you got the new highlights.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No one is gonna say. Well, maybe my mom. My mom does. Thank you to my mom. Shout out to my mom. Whatever. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
That still wasn't like a bad answer though.
Yeah. Too much rambling.
Or
from
that wasn't a
Andre.
bad commentary, I should say. But
Yeah.
close enough. Anyway, what's the next question?
Well, I've actually we kind of covered everything that we were going to talk about. Do you guys, I have summer 2024 plans, but we kind of already talked about that. Like I said, I wanted to do the 75 hard. I want to go on a hike. I want to play for a soccer team. And that's about it.
Honestly, this summer, all I really want to do is just have fun before college. Before I go off to college and life just becomes like incredibly stressful. That's actually something that I've become like insanely worried about in college, is just like balancing both, because I'm definitely going to need to be working more than I do. Right now I only work 2 days a week. I'm definitely going to have to like work more than that in college. And then on top of that, I'm also going to have like definitely way more schoolwork to do than I do now. And it's just, and on top of that, in order to not get burnt out, I'm going to want to, have time to myself, like I mentioned earlier. And then I'm also going to want to like go out with like, my friends and stuff like that. And it's just going to be a lot to balance for like all in 1 week. That's actually something that I'm like really worried about. Like I've been kind of like not majorly stressing about it, but it's just something that's been in like the back of my mind.
Something that helps me avoid getting stressed out or burnt out. And this is not something that a lot of people know about me. I don't even think Sam or Erwin know this about me. But I actually take time out of my day to sometimes meditate. Like I just sit in my room, I pop my AirPods in, and I just put like a 10-minute video on meditation.
Well, I mean, I remember you saying that you were going to start doing it, but I didn't know.
Yeah, and I do need to work on that, especially this summer. I don't do it consistently, but if there's days where I have so much on my mind or I'm just worried about something like graduation or the end of the school year, I just sit down in my room and I just listen to a meditation thing for 10 minutes and I feel a lot better.
They say that actually helps a lot.
It does.
Like,
I feel great
There's
afterwards.
this one comedian that I know, and he meditates for like 10 minutes every day, and he doesn't.
Yeah, all
and
it takes is 10 minutes.
And he's 70 years old, but he looks like he's like 40 or 50. Like meditating does help a lot. Like I've never done it actually myself, but imagine if I did, it would have benefits.
Yeah, you could try it. And
what I sort of do when I'm like stressed out, and I just don't even know what to do, is I just listen to music. I just lay in my bed and I just like listen. I listen to music, or I just kind of lay in my bed and just kind of think about things for a little bit and
the only other thing
collect
that
my
helps,
thoughts.
The only other thing that helps me is to go play soccer. I love playing soccer.
Yeah, you snap me a lot at the soccer field. I've
I'm
noticed.
always there. If I'm not there, I'm at the gym. If I'm not at the gym,
I'm
at work.
You're at Fleet Farm. How do you like the farm, Andre?
It's fine.
Might
It's
have to join
okay.
you.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be there very much, longer.
Too bad.
I'm not gonna be there much longer.
How much longer?
I don't know. Depends.
A short 1 week.
Probably a little bit more.
I don't know how I've been working at my job for over a year. This is the longest that I've ever had a job. Like my job at the Hun Club right now. I don't know how I've been working there that long.
Chili's, a year and a half.
Where are you gonna go after Fleet Farm?
I don't know. My uncle gave me an opportunity to work with him for $25 an hour,
That's pretty
What was
good.
it?
all in cash, landscaping.
Oh yeah.
But
It's not that
Landscaping
bad.
does make good money.
I know they do. Yeah,
But yeah, no.
I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah.
you're gonna miss.
You were making
what?
good money doing
Landscaping.
landscaping.
Oh,
But yeah, no.
my fault.
It is gonna be sad though, leaving my job at the Hun Club after once I go off to college. I'm not gonna be leaving there completely, but they have like Geneva National has like this thing where like you can work in the summer and then you leave because obviously like you have college or some other prior obligation, and you come back like the next summer after that. Probably gonna do that because like the drive from Whitewater all the way to Williams Bay, like when I would have to work, that's just, I mean, it could be way worse, but it's just like, I don't want to drive that much.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, it's just a little too much for me. And like, I know like my dad for like 10 years, he drove an hour and a half each way to go work in Chicago. And I don't know how he did that, but I cannot do that. So I don't know. Definitely just going to find some job at Whitewater. Oh, another piece of advice, going back to that. Do not work in fast food.
I was literally just about to say go work at McDonald's.
No. Do not work in fast food. Fast food is literally just like one of the most stressful and demanding jobs you can get. And like 9 times out of 10, the managers that you have are not going to care about you. They're going to be like soulless. They're going to say things like, "Oh, free drink up for grabs, but you can't drink it."
You sound like Braden, bro.
Oh.
That's how Braden talks about McDonald's too.
And they're, yeah, well, understandably so. McDonald's is a terrible place to work at. Like, the managers do not care about you. If you want to call in, you have to like.
Did you get the free drink though?
Well, no. This was actually one time when we were at McDonald's, and I heard my former manager say that,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
and I was like, "You see, she's not." But yeah, no, do not work in fast food. The managers do not care about you. More often than not, the pay is terrible. The environments are often like insanely stressful to the point where you every single day after you're done working, you question why you even work there. And the people you work with in general will just not be pleasant to be around. Tiffany, I'm looking at you. You were a terrible manager, and I hated you. But
Damn.
Wait, was she the one with the free drink up for grabs?
no, Tiffany was the manager that said to me once. So we had a free meal at the end of the day, right? And I ordered like a large chicken nugget meal, and she goes in to approve it, and she goes, "Oh, you're not getting a large fry." And then she changed it to a medium fry, even though it literally costs her nothing to just put her finger on the thing and approve my large meal. So now when she wasn't looking, I took a large fry and I just like hid it so she didn't see it, and I put it in a bag. That's like, yeah, Tiffany, you were a terrible manager. You were probably the worst manager I've ever had. You suck at your job. But anyway,
she was okay with the chicken, but she was mad about the fries.
well, because it was just like a 10-piece chicken nugget meal.
Oh, okay.
Mason, you got some funny ass stories, dude.
Thank you. I'm quite the story. People say the same thing to my dad. It
Just
just
you get it from your dad, then.
I guess so.
You should start a podcast.
Maybe I should.
Maybe.
I wouldn't
Take
want to
over.
take the spotlight away from you.
MA Media.
MA video. That
Sam, stop talking.
MA Media.
MA media and Asian
And I'll
media.
start one SL Media.
SL media.
Yeah, nobody's
We'll be
gonna watch
rivals.
that, buddy.
Well,
I'm
I'll just
kidding.
share the
Nah, I
spotlight.
have marketing.
Bro's got
People's
that
gonna see it
marketing
than you.
experience.
I mean, we are both an intro to marketing.
We are.
We
both
know
in
the marketing skills.
You know who
from-
else was in marketing? You know who else is in marketing? Irwin. And yet, bro, is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
We should get Forrest Burbank on the podcast.
Yeah.
I asked him.
Why
I
didn't he
literally
come?
No, I literally asked him, and he's like, "Okay, nah."
Oh my.
When did you ask him that?
The day I asked you guys,
You should have used some
I'll
shit.
because
I'll make
Jose,
him.
because I asked Jose, and he said that he couldn't.
Why
And I
couldn't
said-
Jose?
I don't know.
Huh.
I didn't ask him. I just said,
Oh.
"All right,
We
whatever."
should get Lauren.
Schnobly.
Right there.
You should have used some showmanship to convince Forrest to do the podcast.
What is that?
Showmanship.
Convincing skills.
Get the
Oh,
water,
well, I'm
water
not
boy.
you, so I don't have convincing skills.
Yeah, why didn't you convince him?
I don't know. The topic just never came up. But yeah, I feel like I could have easily convinced Forrest. to
Dude,
do
I
it.
just noticed that the question that I asked was summer 2024 plans, and we were way off topic, but it's okay.
It's okay. This is still a vibe though.
Yeah.
The people will be entertained by this. But
Y'all entertained. Y'all entertained.
All entertained.
yeah, no.
Sam, biggest op. I don't even know why I have him on here.
Back to your original point, never work at McDonald's or never work in fast food in general. If you're gonna work in the food industry, work at a restaurant that's like not too big but not too small, to the point where you don't get
Chili's?
overworked. Dude, no, probably not Chili's, honestly. Didn't you say one time at Chili's you had like a 40 top come in?
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't mind Chili's. I like Chili's.
Well, as
We
long as you
both
liked
know
it.
why I quit, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You definitely told me. I can't remember though.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for like one person that worked there, then
Oh,
I still
yeah,
would.
yeah.
I would probably still be there because I made good amount of money. 2024 plans, summer 2024 plans, Sam. Before we move on to something else. I mean, you already kind of said everything, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
To have fun in the sun.
Yeah, just live the dream.
Fun in the sun. I want to get tanner this summer, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
me
like
too.
too white.
Whenever in the summer, I always get so tan. Or I would have definitely got more tan past summers if I had gone outside more. But this summer, I'm planning
How that works.
exactly. But yeah, this summer I'm planning on. I've told Sam this like plenty of times, but
Are you guys like
Beach
best
every
buds?
day.
I only want to be inside if it's at nighttime.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Actually,
Yeah,
you told me that too.
I don't want to be like inside the past 2 summers. That's 70% of all I did in the past 2 summers. It was terrible because I didn't have anything to do for one reason or another, and it was just like, no. This summer's gonna change that. Summer of 2024, it's about to go crazy.
Sam, I want to ask you this because it's mainly directly to you. What are your expectations for senior year?
Not fail and have fun with it. Because it's like
You definitely will.
you can do more senior year. You can get away with more stuff than you can junior.
I guess you could say that. I
You
would.
can also just like stop and have more fun. Than,
Yeah, I would tell you
Yeah.
to live in the moment a lot more because when people when I was going into senior, they're like, "Yeah, bro, it goes by fast. Like, live in the moment." And I'm like, "Yeah,
This year-
I bet it does." But seriously, like, it does.
This year literally went by quicker than any other school year in my life.
It does. Like
I
when we
agree
went
with
to
that. Like,
I agree with that. I'm not even a
That's so
senior.
crazy.
when we went to DC till now, it was like
Lit-
it was
I've been
literally like
saying
that.
this. I've been
and DC was 2 months ago.
Again, I feel the same way.
I've
I'm
been-
not in your.
yeah,
I'm not a senior, but
like still this year went by quickly for you.
I,
Like
I can't even like recall what's happened in the past few months.
I could
That's
have
how fast it's gone.
literally things that I think happened like 2 weeks ago happened 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Like that's just
It's
so
gone
weird.
by so fast, and now we were in DC. Well, me and Mason, and we were like, well, I was thinking like, oh, graduations. We still got a good amount of time, and yet here we are, 2 days from graduating high school.
The Last Dance.
Yeah. 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 I'm not saying that. We can move on.
No. Actually, I had something to add to that.
Okay.
Actually, all jokes aside, I've been saying this since the beginning. Like, second semester, it's the start of second semester until you get let out for spring break goes by so slowly. And it did. Like, thinking back on it now, it went by fast. But at the time, for me, it went by so slowly. It went by as like I don't know, just very slowly. Then we got back from spring break. It was just like that. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I just still, all I want to say is really that I just still can't believe it.
What are you looking
You
at?
have a special podcast book?
Yeah, I got this for Christmas.
I didn't even know that it said podcast on it.
Yeah, it's dope, right? This is where I plan everything, and I have hella pages.
What time do we start?
I have no idea.
How long have you been going for?
I have no idea. Well, wow. I think
Extra
that's I think this
special
is,
today.
Yeah, I think this is longer than the first
Yeah,
one.
because
we
Ricky
had.
and Derek's podcast was an hour exactly.
It was?
I remember when I watched it.
Are you going to watch this one too?
Of course I am. I'm not going to remember everything that I said.
It's okay.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm probably going to watch
I'm gonna
it.
use a third-party app and
A
change it into.
A third-party app.
Yeah, that's how I listened to
Podcast.
some of your last one.
Oh.
Hey.
Only like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know I didn't say this at the beginning, but I've been off the podcast grind because of work. But now that summer's coming up, I'm going to be a lot more consistent about it. And hopefully, about almost every Sunday, I get to record a podcast. And I have a couple more ideas planned up. So I'm not going to be having trouble finding ideas. I'm not going to run out of ideas anytime soon.
And that's what we like to see.
Yeah. So the real question is, when is Erwin going to get on this stupid podcast?
Erwin,
If Erwin is watching this, bro is getting hella
Thursday and
shout-outs.
intro to marketing, Erwin. You're going to hear it.
Dude, Thursday's our last day of school. Oh, my God.
And we're going to spend the whole time
Sam, are
yelling
you going
at
to
Erwin.
cry when you see us walk through the halls or what?
No.
Okay.
Actually, maybe. I will definitely cry at graduation.
You know what
I'm already feeling it.
You know what I'm going to say, Sam? When I walk out of the hallways on the last day of
Mason
school?
out.
Yes.
Mason.
No,
do
one of
not
the most
say
cringiest
that.
things he's ever said in his life.
Do not say
It was-
Mason
he,
out.
He was talking to me and this was during life management actually, and we were at the 8th grade thing, and then Mr.
Yo, what 8th graders?
The career
the
fair.
career
Oh,
fair. Yeah, and then Mason was like, I forgot.
Because Miss Anderson came up to me and she told me I had to leave.
And he was like, all right guys, time to go, Mason out, and then he did a full 360 and walked away.
bro.
I can't confirm
so
that happened. I had to do it for the culture.
Jack Horgan's been making fun of you for that for like a week.
Every time I see Jack Horgan in the hallway, he just says Mason out to me. And I'm like, that's what I say when I got to bounce.
Jack Horgan said something to me too, but it's not that.
I'm gonna make you do more than blush.
Yeah, whatever. It don't mean nothing, Mason. Doesn't mean
It
anything.
means a lot to him.
I think it kind of does.
Doesn't
but
mean anything.
we can
to
talk about
me.
something else, though.
Well, we can wrap it up. I just have one last question for you guys. Very realistic question. Are you guys ready?
I'm
All
ready.
right. For $100,000, would you rather fight a gorilla or a lion?
A lion. Easily. No. Well,
Yeah, that's a crazy question.
I know it has nothing to do with anything we just talked about.
because
But I saw it on Instagram and I just thought,
I feel like
honestly, either way, I don't think I would win that. There's no
yeah,
way.
There's no chance, but like I feel like
if you had you had to fight wait, what did I even say?
You
A
had to-
gorilla or a lion?
A gorilla or a lion?
I feel like there's
Actually, fuck that. Not a lion, a grizzly bear.
Or a lion?
You just
No,
made
a
that
grizzly-
so much easier.
A grizzly bear or a
Grizzly
gorilla?
bear.
What?
You
Yeah.
made that so
a
much
bear
easier.
is gonna kill you.
So would a gorilla, though.
Gorilla's
Well,
gonna
yeah.
kill you easier. A
'Cause-
bear you can probably like outsmart just like
If you there
more,
was
more than a lion, bro. A lion can
No, it's a
chase you.
gorilla or a bear.
There was
I know,
that
I'm
one-
saying like
I'll keep going.
I would rather take my chances with the bear over the the
Gorilla?
But if it was the other one, I would take my chances with the gorilla over a lion, probably. Because you could probably
Either way,
survive a grizzly bear.
I would probably shit my pants before I actually did anything. but to be fair though, there was that one episode of Regular Show when the bear's like chasing Rigby and Eileen down the hallway, and Mordecai like tackles the grizzly bear, and it just slams through a wall. So
How do you remember that so
regular shows
specifically?
the best.
I love
childhood
regular
show.
show just as much as anybody else, but I don't remember that.
I love it
I'm
more
just
than
saying,
anybody
like,
else.
You
so that's
could
the
you could go on
difference.
a hike and you could see a bear.
Yeah.
You can't just like see it, and you will survive it when you see the bear. 'Cause it
Actually-
won't do anything to you, but
You don't know that. What
A
if it's
gorilla
hungry and it's
might
like, yo,
just chase
Andre
you.
Gomez.
Yeah, I
Yo,
would-
should I just have a podcast episode with the bear?
sure.
yeah,
All right, bet.
Which bear?
Shut up, Sam.
Which bear?
yeah. I would
That's a
definitely
good
pick.
question.
I would
What,
definitely
what
pick.
kind of bear are you gonna find?
You
a
could get like
grizzly
a
bear
little,
or a black bear?
a little bear in the
Any
woods.
bear. You could just get a cub, just sit right there.
Yeah, that would actually be fire. Like we're all just answering questions. There's just a cub right there, just chilling.
Could have been Erwin.
It could have been Irwin.
Could've been
Irwin,
Could have been Irwin.
Herrera Garcia.
Irwin Correa Garcia.
But yeah, no. Between gorilla and a lion, I changed my answer. A gorilla, because at least gorillas don't have like claws.
Cause I'm saying like, yeah, a gorilla, if it gets you, it will hurt a lot. But a
Dude, that
lion-
thing is gonna kill you.
Yeah, realistically. But I feel like you have a better chance with a gorilla than you do a lion.
Because theoretically, you could fight like a smaller gorilla. Like,
Yeah.
which would really
No, I do not believe that.
I don't
You're
believe that
cooked.
either. You're cooked either way, but
No.
like, I'm saying I would rather take my chances
You know how
with a
strong
gorilla.
gorillas are? You
Well,
know what
I
else
know.
is hella strong? A chimpanzee.
Well, yeah.
I could. Nah.
Have you ever seen a shaved chimpanzee?
Mm-mm. I never have.
Those things.
Chimpanzees
are
can
built.
rip you apart.
Yeah, they will.
Mm.
They will rip you apart.
Oh, I would survive that.
Dude, you should have asked this question to Derek. I wanted to see
What? Why?
because I already know he would be like, yeah, I could take any of them.
Oh, yeah,
Derek
probably.
Benitez.
Was that what you would? Was that what you would have said, Derek? Let me know.
He's not gonna watch this because he's too busy looking in the mirror at himself.
Damn,
Alright.
Derek.
Honestly, do you guys want to end it there? I think we've had a good conversation.
We could.
Like hour,
I suppose.
20 minutes.
The extra hour long, the hour and a half special.
Yeah. I want to thank you guys both for being on my podcast. You guys are
Thank
my
you for having me.
second episode. Well,
Officially.
yeah. Officially. And we'll just end it there. Thank you
Alright.
to anybody that is watching.
Mason out.